Welcome to today's video, where we take a trip down memory lane to witness the brilliance of one of the cricket greatest legends, Brian Lara. In the first test match of the 2006 series between Pakistan and the West Indies, Brian Lara reminded the world why he is celebrated as one of the most iconic batsmen in the history of the game. The stage was set in the bustling stadium, the crowd was roaring, and expectations were high. In this intense match, Brian Lara, captaining his team, stepped up to deliver a masterclass of batting. His innings of 61 runs of 105 ball was nothing short of magnificent. Spending 155 minutes at the crease, Brian Lara struck 8 executive fours, finishing with a strike rate of 57.54. So join us as we relive this unforgettable innings. Watch the class and elegance and the genius of Brian Lara in full flow. Let's celebrate the legacy of one of the cricket's all-time greats. Sit back, relax and enjoy the brilliance of Brian Lara inning of 61.
Three slips and a gully, a forward short leg. Umer Gul, the bowler. Good line, good length. To put the ball in the right place when he's new at the crease. As he gets his eyes in, we all know what he can do.
Well, Umer Gul also started bowling well, really. I think he's back with his confidence, and his line is much better now since he got the wicket of Ganga. He's running it nicely now. He's much more relaxed, Sanjay.
Gets off the mark, the West Indian captain. He's going to come back for the second. The score now 46 for 2. Again, that movement is gone. What a delivery from Shahid Nazir. The third wicket has fallen. The slip catching today for Pakistan has been very good.
That was a very fine delivery from Shahid Nazir. We watch again. Knee to the seams, he banged the ball in, and I think he got him square also, and nicely taken in the slip. So Pakistan is really firing in. They have already got 3 wickets and they are right on top.
What a turn of events here. Ramnarai Sarwan goes for 3. West Indies now 46 for 3. Shivnarine Chanderpaul, perhaps the right batsman for West Indies at this stage. They're in trouble. The ball is moving around. Man who can hang in there. He's got a good defense, Shivnarine Chanderpaul. And West Indies, 41 for no wicket, have now plunged to 46 for 3. Gets off the mark. Get a couple of runs, Chanderpaul. Just overcooking the length a little bit.
I think the West Indies need a good partnership here. The 2 very experienced players, Chanderpaul and of course great Brian Lara, and they need to stick together really and draft for your runs, because they are the 2 really recognized batsmen. Both are very experienced, as I said, and they have to really very, very disciplined. They have to apply themselves according to the condition.
228 test matches together in the cup between Lara and Chanderpaul. Chanderpaul will be playing his 100th test match in Multan, if all goes well. $1400s, 38 50s, best of 203 not out. An average of 44 is a sign of a top-class batsman. 12 overs gone. It's 49 for 3.
That's close enough to call, is it? Yes, given by the umpire. West Indies 52 for 4 and reeling now. It's been a joyous morning for Pakistani medium pacers. Now, he had a couple of things really to look at here. Whether the ball pitched within the zone, it did. Yes, and I think it would have gone on to hit the stumps. It's a fair enough decision. And Shahid Nazir has turned out to be the surprise package here. And clearly, Shimnarayan Chanderpaul surprised by that in-dipper from Nazir. Dwayne Bravo is the new man in, right-hander of considerable potential. He's up against a resurgent Shahid Nazir. Nazir 3 for 13 in 6.1 overs. An edgy start, but he'll take it. It's a 4. Because so many things have been happening in the slip cordon. Inzamam ul Haq still keen to place plenty of men in that slip cordon. In fact, it's been strengthened now. Mohammad Yusuf has been asked to come in and join the party. Four slips and a gully, including a short leg, all waiting for action. Nicely struck through the onside. No protection there for Shahid Nazir. That ball will touch the skirting and it'll be another boundary. So a couple of fours being struck by Dwayne Bravo. He's on 8 now. You just cannot bowl on that line to Dwayne Bravo. He's good through the square leg and mid-wicket area. Very wristy. Is it safe to say, Ian, that he's been brought up by Brian Lara, picked and selected by Brian Lara because he feels that he can deliver, he's got the talent for one-day and test match cricket?
I think generally the people in the West Indies know that Bravo has the talent. Not just Brian Lara, the selectors recognize a great all-round ability, talisman-like attitude in the field. They come from the same area, Santa Cruz in Port of Spain, Trinidad. And Bravo obviously has looked up to Lara as his mentor, as his hero, eventually going to the same club, Queen's Park Cricket Club. And they play their state cricket together for Trinidad. But he's got the all-round ability with the bat and with the ball and in the field.
Nicely struck. Played the ball late, Dwayne Bravo. Allowed the seam and the swing really to finish, and then he belted it down with full face of the blade. Good shot.
I agree with that, and you alerted us to the propensity to hit the ball through the leg side, which has been a problem for him of the spinners and sometimes the seamers. But this is the full face of the bat. The longer he can do that on this track, it will be better for him and throughout his test career, I think. He's a wristy player and he can be overly so at times.
going down the leg side, and this is where the problem has been for the batsman. Every now and then that ball has jacked back or swung away appreciably more than the batsman has been thinking or anticipating. From nowhere, this has come back to bit the batsman. Height was a big problem, as well as the line would have gone on to miss even the fourth or the fifth stump down the leg side. There's a fielder position there for this kind of a wristy shot from Dwayne Bravo. He missed it. West Indies 4 down for 70.
Those figures show a wealth of experience, so he's probably batted in conditions like this on many occasions, and up to this point has really been batting to suit. Runs have been hard to come by, but he's been prepared to be patient. Well, that gave him some room, and he made use of it. Short and wide.
It's one of the few occasions that Shahid Nazir has strayed. Just a bit short in length. Pitches just outside the off stump, and just carries on with the angle. Brian Lara wasn't really setting himself up to play that shot, but then he saw the width. It went after it.
Short, and that got the treatment. Sat up for him, Dwayne Bravo.
It's been his perennial problem, Umer Gul. If at all he strays, it's in length more than the line. Always on the shorter side. That's his stock length. Short of length. Very rarely will he overpitch and get hit for boundaries.
Haven't seen any of the batsmen coming onto the front foot to drive. It suggests that the ball isn't really being pitched up to the bat. It was a little more bounce when the ball was a bit newer, but it's a bit older now, and things are leveling out somewhat. So you would expect that the bowlers would bring it up to the bat a little bit more, since the bounce is so even back of a length.
Clearly the intensity has gone down in the attack. I think Inzamam has to make sure this man who seems to be getting ready to bowl, Inzamam has got to make sure that the pressure is there constantly on the West Indies team. Shouldn't allow the opposition to come back into the game.
Bravo looking to come on that front foot regardless of the length of the ball. He's played some very nice shots on the up, just waited on the ball and timed them away. He's coming off 100 in the two-day game preceding this test match, and batting with some degree of confidence. Nicely played. Get a couple here. Just pulled back. Good piece of fielding.
Shahid Nazir, the man giving the chase. Bravo is playing a good innings here. He's on 27 of 29 balls. The length was good on that occasion, but the line too much on leg stump, giving the batsman almost a free hit.
one did something off the outside edge. Wayne Bravo picks up a fortuitous boundary. Managed to keep it down, nevertheless.
I think when it swung in the air, it seemed to be coming in and then just leaving the right-hander when it pitched. That got Bravo in a bit of trouble. He's looking to play on middle stump inside the line. There it is.
Covered it nicely. Kept his hands soft and kept it down. 32 from 37 balls. I think, Sanjay, that Razak's job at this point would be just to keep things quiet at that end so that Canary can attack the batsman. We see the ball turning and bouncing. So control at this point, very important for Razak.
He's just been a bit too expensive for Inzamam to feel happy about things. 20 runs. He's bowled 4.3 overs. Then Inzamam greatly hampered by the absence of certain players. Just imagining Shoaib Akhtar, Mohammad Asif, Umer Gul and Danish Kaneria in these conditions. Good attack.
Yes, as a batsman, you'd lose sleep over that, wouldn't you?
In the air and straight to the fielder at mid-off. Danish Kaneria has struck for Pakistan. And it's the 5th wicket down.
Well, he pitched this one up a little bit more, Kaneria. And Bravo couldn't resist the drive. Holds out at mid-off. 96 for 5.
Bravo gone for 32, and half the side is in the dressing room. West Indies and a score of 96.
The new batsman is West Indian wicketkeeper Dinesh Ramdin. He gets hold of that, short and wide, and cracks that square for 4. Off the mark, Dinesh Ramdin.
He's got a good temperament, Ramdin. He's quite relaxed at the crease after that first ball. This tells you something about his temperament. It was a bad ball and he was ready to put it away.
This really was a hopeless strike. Everyone has gone in the air, but really the shot selection has got to be heavily criticized here. 5 wickets down, going across the line, and Brian Lara has straight away walked up to Ramdin, brushing his back leg, and well, the appeal was for caught behind. He was probably also appealing for leg before wicket. Very difficult really to tell. Maybe the bat just grazing the turf and nothing else.
Has it been dropped? Did he get a hand to it at slip? Or did it just go wide of slip? It's 4 runs.
Living dangerously, Brian Lara. That is what follow wickets can do to your normal, natural flow. It was away from Yunus Khan, but touch risky.
"15 fours have been struck in 29 overs this morning. 1-1-1 for 5.
Tell us a bit about Dave Mohammadian. How good is he? I think he's a Chinaman googly bowler. But people in our part of the world hasn't seen a great deal of him. The fact that he's Chinaman googly attracts attention because he's different. I'm sure he'll be looking forward to bowling on this track.
Yeah, you're right. Left-handed Chinaman googly bowler from South Trinidad. has had a stuttered career. Played a test match in South Africa, another test match in the Caribbean. So he really hasn't had a consistent run like most other spinners. He's not a big spinner of the ball, Ramis. But he can bowl long spells and should be fairly accurate. The big question for him is his thought processes and adapting to situations. A thinker. Thinking out batsman. 117 for 5. Lovely shot by Lara, hitting against the spin, and shows the dexterity to open the face and squeeze it for almost a backward point.
It's such a great sight when he's driving the ball like this, high backlift and playing against the spin. How exquisite was that? Square drive against the spin, finding the gap.
But he sweeps and he's fallen into a plan here, and that is most disappointing. That is so disappointing. Closing in on lunch, almost a stroke of lunch. Didn't have to play at it if he didn't want to, and Lara would be absolutely disgusted. In fact, it is lunch.
Well, at the stroke of lunch, a stroke of madness. Really, that wicket was given on a platter. He's got to make sure that he doesn't see his captain during that luncheon break, because he will be mighty mad with that shot that he played.
He's looking fairly competent so far.
Well, Canaria is turning a little bit and he's getting a bit of bounce as well. I think it's going to be a very interesting battle.
Well, as I was telling you, Inti, he's an attacking type of player, and that's a good example, but chose the right one to hit.
That was a fantastic shot, really. It was a well-flighted ball, and he knew exactly what he was doing, and he really hooked it over mid-on. That was a very, very fine shot.
It was right in the slot, he was right in position, and hit it where it should have gone. Looked to be outside off stump. Umpire not interested, but that looked like a slightly quicker delivery than the one before, didn't it?
He listened to us. Well, it kept low as well, if you see. It kept a little low, but missing outside the off stump.
It hit the pad really because Brian Lara went so far across. It was always missing off stump. An area to continue. Nicely cut away by Lara. We'll get 4 for this.
Well, that was a fantastic shot, really. He waited and then really cut it loose. Lovely shot. Shot selection is very important on a wicket like this. Watch again, Lara watching very carefully, giving himself room, and cut it beautifully through the point region for 4.
Good shot. Not from the meat of the bat, but he's found the gap and enough power to take it all the way. Didn't bounce as high as you would have liked. You can see there. He had anticipated a higher bounce.
Almost the kamikaze-style dismissals that we saw, particularly with Ramdin before lunch. I shudder to think what could have been going through the mind of Ramdin and 1 or 2 early on today. And I've got David Scott, the sports psychologist in the West Indies dressing room at the moment. He'll be working overtime tonight, trying to get the minds right.
Maybe he didn't see the fielder in the deep. There's so much fog today. Good shot. One of the drives that we've seen today. That shot has been rare. It's 151 for 6. That was certainly bat and pad. That's the purpose of that fielder at Selimidov. Exactly that kind of a defensive shot. You can see their pad first and then a bit of bat. Sharp chance for Mohammad Yusuf. The end of the over with Mohammad dropped on 10 by Yusuf. 152 for 6. Another streaky boundary down to third man, but that will bring him his highest score in Pakistan in test matches. Beautiful shot. The 50 for Brian Lara.
Appreciation shown for the innings, an innings of good skill and a good temperament shown. He started off very slowly. The more time he spends at the crease, Brian Lara, he can improve his rate of scoring, take control of the innings. Typical, I think, of the way that, from my memory, when West Indian batsmen have visited Pakistan, got to work very hard for your runs because of the nature of the pitches, sometimes not coming on to the bat as you would like. You've got to dig deep within your resolve, be prepared to scrap and fight.
Oops. They almost ran into each other. That actually delayed Brian Lara by at least a second. Made the difference there. Close call for the captain.
They say the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. I agree with you. Well, Lara should have been coming down the side of the pitch where the bowler had delivered from. If you're talking about textbook running, he ran across the pitch and had to move away from Mohammad.
Another drive, square on the offside. Umer Gul's problems continue. Now conceded 13 runs in that over. 165 for 6. Canaria will bowl round the wicket to Dave Mohammad, as it did in the last over. Stays over the wicket to Brian Lara. And decides to come round the wicket, change the angle. A newer batsman. Throwing that ball wide outside the off stump, inviting the batsman to drive. Is what he should be looking to do more often. He's already got 1 wicket. And he's tempted a batsman into a drive, that of Dwayne Bravo. Brian Lara just going down the pitch, tapping the area around the rough. Certainly some spots being seen on the screen at least. Don't know exactly how dangerous they are yet. But that rough being created there for Danish Canada. There it is. I think that one pitched right in the rough.
And that in itself, that replay that we just saw, it just indicates to me the levels of batsmanship, which involves knowing what to leave, what to play at. Lara has decided if it's going to pitch in the foot marks, even though it's spinning back. His judgment about what to play at and what to leave so far has been spot on, and that's always a challenge of batting, doing it as long as possible. He gets one there and he tucks it away quite nicely. How well has he tucked it away? He's tucked it away for 4. Brilliantly timed.
Wrong line. I think the length was fine. Always a good idea to get the batsman to drive in these conditions. It's not a flat pitch, not easy to play the front foot drives.
Wanted to make the point about Brandon's dismissal. Last ball before lunch, if it pitches outside leg stump, you don't necessarily have to play with the bat. 50 partnership comes up off the last delivery of the 44th over. 172 for 6.
There again, pitching on leg stump, allowing the batsman to score a couple of runs on the leg side. He's just been all over the place when it comes to pitching the ball. Beautiful delivery. Has he got the outside edge? He walks. That's what Brian Lara is all about. Just started walking, sparing the umpire the discomfort or that little moment of pressure. But Umer Gul out of the blue has bowled a beauty.
Just seemed to angle across, Lara. Now let's have a look. It seemed to be a fairly thickish edge. And it's full enough. And brushes the outside edge. And that's a big wicket. It'll do his confidence a lot of good, Umer Gul. Maybe Lara could have been thinking about being forward. It was full enough. And in that uncertain area, he's gone for 61, 174 for 7.
It was a display of pure class. Every shot of Brian Lara bat was a testament to his impeccable technique and unmatched elegance. Facing the fiery pace of Umer Gul, Brian Lara stood tall, crafting his innings with precision and patience. Eventually, he was dismissed, caught behind by Kamran Akmal of Umer Gul's bowling. But by then, he had left an indelible mark on the Test match. The West Indies managed to score 206 runs in their first innings, followed by 291 runs in the second, in reply to Pakistan commanding first inning total of 485 runs. The West Indies were outplayed, ultimately losing the Test match by 9 wickets. But amidst the team's struggle, Brian Lara shone like a true genius, giving fans a glimpse of his incredible talent in what would be his last final Test series. Brian Lara inning of 61 may not have changed the outcome of the match, but it has reinforced his reputation as a batting maestro. His ability to rise above challenging situations and deliver under pressure was unmatched. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more cricket stories from the past. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.